Retargeting is going to serve a few different purposes here. So number one, oftentimes it's really easy to think as the person that's running the ads that you don't want to annoy people. But what you also need to keep in mind is it usually takes several points of contact until someone actually engages, checks you out, goes all the way through to purchasing. Of course, you can run an ad for the first time and people will purchase immediately. But there's also a very, very real thing where lots of people just need several points of contact, getting to know you, seeing you a few times until they take that plunge into actually, going to your website, buying a product. That's one reason retargeting is going to be good, is to be repetitive, to make sure people are receiving your message and the message of your product several times instead of just one time. Another reason that you want to use retargeting is to get in front of people, again, that have already purchased from you, because if they purchase from you once, they're highly likely to purchase from you again as long as they didn't have a bad experience. So retargeting them and continuing to send ads to them can be an easy, cost-efficient way for you to drive more sales. And oftentimes that can be much more cost-effective and efficient than trying to advertise to people who are completely unaware of you. And then number three, and this is something that Facebook it's incredible about Facebook, is their lookalike audiences. So and this comes back to patience and testing. Like, you really gotta have some patience and testing when it comes to Facebook ads, because you need to build up conversions. You wanna have, I think it's over 100 conversions is what you need in order to build a Facebook lookalike audience. And what a lookalike audience is once you have built up like a little batch of conversions, then you can tell Facebook to say, hey, look at all these people right here and go find me audiences of this type of person. Like, people like this that will buy my product, go find me more audiences like that. So if you come up here and just click this drop down menu, by the way, I'm inside of my Facebook Business Manager. Go watch my Business Manager tutorials if you need to set one up, or if you just need like a tutorial walkthrough on all the different features in here. But it's really good for housing everything, multiple Facebook pages, multiple ad accounts, and there's just better and more features inside of Facebook Business Manager. So inside of your Facebook Business Manager, click up here to get the drop down menu, and then just click to audiences, and that's where we're going to be able to access our retargeting option. Okay, so first I'm going to show you how to create a custom audience and what that means, and then I'm going to show you how to create a lookalike audience. So come up here, just click the blue create audience button, and then click create custom audience. And then here's where you have all your different options for what kind of custom audiences you can create. So we've got a use your sources section and a use Facebook sources section. So if you have your own website, if you have your own customer list, app activity, offline activity. So for example, if we clicked on website, here we have the option to include people who meet, and we can select any or all of the following criteria. Right here, you'll want to make sure you have the right pixel selected. Again, I have other tutorials all about the pixel. Go check those out if you need help with pixel. And if you click right here, I don't have a website link to this pixel right now, so it's not showing all the different options. But when you do, it'll show you that you can target people who have taken a whole bunch of different actions on your website. So if you want to retarget people who initiated a checkout but didn't finish it, you can select that option and create an audience based off of that to retarget, stuff like that. So really cool options in here. And then this one right here, customer list. If you click that, if you have a list of emails, phone numbers, addresses, stuff like that, you can upload lists of that, and then Facebook will match it with people's Facebook accounts and create an audience based off of that. Okay, then down here you've got some options. So if you click on video, right here you can choose to target people who have viewed X percentage of your video. So if you have a video on your Facebook page or you ran an ad with a video, you could come back here and retarget people that watched whatever percentage of your video. So if you click right here, you can target people who have engaged with your Instagram profile in any of these ways. So really cool stuff going on here. I'm not going to keep walking through every single one of these. You can do that. Now to create a lookalike audience, just click right here and click lookalike audience, and then you need to select a lookalike source, which is going to be a custom audience. So you need to create a custom audience first, and then you can create a lookalike audience off of the custom audience. So if you've got a list of people's emails that purchased from your website, upload that list as a custom audience, and then right here in this box you'll be able to select that audience as your source audience, and then right here make sure you've selected an audience location, so let's say United States, and then you'll select the audience size right here, click create audience, and now a lookalike audience will be generated off of the email list of people that have already purchased from your website, and that's where things get extremely powerful with lookalike audiences, because Facebook's going to go find audiences of very closely related people to these buyers that have already purchased from your website. And so if you, in this select audience size section, you've got some different options. You can create multiple lookalike audiences here at the same time, or you can create one at a time. I would recommend, I would recommend testing all of them, but definitely create a smallest, narrowest one to test. But again, test all of them, because I've seen multiple audience sizes work extremely well. So this would create a 2.4 million sized audience based off of your source customer list, or you could drag this and create a wider audience based off of your source list. And let's say we want to create 3 different audiences, and now you can create 3 different audiences like that, 3 different audience sizes to test. And again, like I've already said, test, 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 always be testing. All of these are really great strategies to help you find interest and get to good targeting, but ultimately it comes down to testing. And like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, you've got to have each one of the 3 steps in place. So even if you've selected the right audience, if you put a bad ad in front of them, it's not going to work. So first, right audience. Second, put a good ad in front of them that works. Like, that's not for you to decide if it's a good ad necessarily. Like, it has the numbers that have to say the people clicking it, engaging with it, and buying based off of it. That's what decides whether or not it's a good ad. So people, right ad in front of them, and then wherever you're taking them has to convince them to actually make that final purchase.